Onchain Ca H. Onchain Ca H. Onchain Ca H.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Onchain Ca H. This is another Friday, another week of news and different things that happen in the crypto world today. We are going to start with the show, but I am not here alone. I'm here with my captain here. How are you doing today?
Hello. Yeah, back with the camera on. I'm doing good. Yeah, basically the daily grind, daily hustle.
Yes, it's hard life in the trenches.
It's hard life. It's a hard life in the trenches.
We all know that. And yeah, let's get started with our first section about the different metrics. And yes, let's get into it. Nice. So for many people, the first metric page they interact is this one, CoinMarketCap. There is other similars like CoinGecko. And here, basically, you can track the prices for your crypto coins, basic stuff. But yeah, it's also, they are one of the first metric pages and many users. So maybe they have some of the metrics that are important. We highlighted some weeks ago. The fear and greed index is very close to extreme fear in the level of 20. That pretty much, well, we went 2 weeks ago to more extreme fears moments. Right now we are still in fear mode, but pretty much sentiment is bad in the markets. We can see later. Altcoin season still on 45 points. About this metric.
Yeah, what the fuck? Should be at zero. Should be fucking zero.
And then I don't know, some average RSI metrics, and no oversold, no overbought. So nothing.
No free lunch currently. No free lunch.
Nothing very important going on. But as you all know, in DeFi tokens, we have very low prices in general. So if you are looking to purchase some DeFi tokens, they are in very good prices. So do your research.
Then the best prices for 5 or 6 years in every altcoin, basically, probably.
Yes. So. Yes. So this is important to highlight. Like DeFi tokens are at very cheap prices. This metric that we are watching here in the Fijama is about the volume in all the stable coins. And we can see through the years that the volume is going up since 2025 pretty much. And yeah, is I think one of the metrics that we can for sure say that is gaining growth, the volume with stable coins. Very similar to the market cap. Of course, the most volume is coming from the 2 biggest stable coins. But pretty much is an interesting chart to follow. How is the volume behaving in the stablecoin market? Then here in inflows, there is we can watch how much inflows and outflows are going on in the market. And yes, we can, for example, watch the last month. The last month, it was a bit a struggle for the stablecoin market, because as you can see here in June, there is so much outflows and no much inflows. That is a reflection of the market cap in general. We are losing a few millions, let's say, during this month of June. And this is why also, for example, frxUSD TVL also went down a little bit from 130 something million to 110 or something like that. So yeah, interesting to watch how it's going on with the outflows and inflows in the stablecoin market, because we see that have an impact. We can watch also this metric Pharos Watch for stablecoins. DPEX is very important. I think it can warn you for early signs of DPEX in the stablecoins. This is the chart we are always watching, the market cap in stablecoins. And then you see, well, there is a big drop in the recent period, but still pretty much top to the right chart. So here there is many configurations you can make. You can explore this website by your own, but it's very interesting, in my opinion, for following the DPEX of different stablecoins. You can see here the active DPEX that are going on right now. So yeah, just if you don't know this one, please have a look and explore a little bit. Then we have some news from the TradFi world. It was the Federal Reserve new chairman was speaking, and it looks like there is a new way of doing the things in the Fed. Like they are not going to, I don't know, tell to the market what's going on too easy. I think this was a little bit the message. And as well, after this meeting, many people start to think that this year is going to come with hikes in the interest rates. That is one of the metrics that markets and investors are watching. Usually, high interest rates are not the biggest moments for big liquidity inflows into the markets. So that's interesting. We already discussed in some episodes about, okay, for the stable coins, it has a good side and a bad side. But yeah, that's interesting that interest rates expectations are going for maybe 1 or 2 rises during this year of 2026. I don't know, Captain, do you have any thoughts about it?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking crypto here, and we are in crypto, and I think this stuff has an impact on probably on Bitcoin and ETH, so also on altcoins and the broader crypto space, if we see something. But to be honest, the altcoin market, who holds altcoins currently? I mean, we are in many cases under the ICO prices from OG DeFi projects. And this metric is currently, in my opinion, for me, absolute nonsense. It needs some buyers in the altcoin market currently to get us to, I don't know, 2x, 3x in valuations when it comes to quality projects. And if you watch every other market currently, it's at near all-time high or way above all-time high. So to cool some things off, it's maybe not that bad, to be honest, to change the ratings, the hikes, or do some hikes. But overall, I think it has no real impact on our niche. I would say we are currently a niche in crypto.
We are so small that it doesn't affect us at all.
Yeah, I don't think it has a big effect. It's just a rebalancing from big market makers on sexes, which will drag down the prices on altcoins from ETH and BTC and Sol and all these bigger market caps. If they do some dumperinos, we will see also dumperinos in altcoins, but there is no seller anymore. You can also watch the TX's on-chain in the biggest pools of the respective project coins, and there is no real big seller anymore. It's just sexes and MMs doing their thing, basically. And yeah, that's my opinion on this. So I don't have a focus on that. The times are gone. 4 years ago, I watched everything live and traded it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something to be aware, but not our main focus here.
Yeah.
Then this is the last news about metrics, and yeah, it's about AI. AI is in everything's mouth right now. There is many things going on, and it goes very quickly. In this case, what happens here, we can see is this new model, GLM 5.2, that this is an open source LLM model. And in some of tasks in the Arena is like a website where everybody can try these new models going out, and is ranked pretty much with the biggest models out there. The Opus and Fable 5 is okay, it's better, but it's getting there. And what means is that the gap between the private LLMs, like, I don't know, ChatGPT, Claude, and all this, the gap with the open source models is getting closer. That's very interesting, and that can change a lot how we see AI in the coming months. Let's see. It advanced so quickly that in 1 year, maybe everything we use is open source models. We don't know. Let's see what's going on in the future. But just some mention that every week in the artificial intelligence space, there are some things going on. And yeah, that is all the news we have today for the metrics. So let's jump into the next section about the news, the market briefing. So let's get into it. Now we have this announcement about SpaceX that has bought Cursor AI. That's interesting news. You remember last week we were talking about the SpaceX IPO, and basically they are buying some other companies. In this case, Cursor is a well-known already company building about coding with artificial intelligence, and they just add it to their company. It's interesting. Let's see what they can do with all this money they have now from the public retail. And yeah, just a new to highlight, but we cannot stay long here. Some other news is about the FUD 5 mythos, whatever is the name. It was some controversy, like the US government banning this model. So yeah, many people accept, and yeah, it looks like the narrative of it was too powerful to be released. Looks like the government liked it.
Crazy.
So crazy. Okay.
Yeah, they banned it basically after the IPO from SpaceX, and it feels like they want to raise a valuation with this Doom posting. But yeah, it's just my opinion.
Yes, then more news that this is like, okay, every day happens something different. We are good, we are bad, we don't know. But looks like the petrol is going through the Strait of Hormuz, so it's open again. The price of the oil is going down to levels close to $80, stuff like that. So it looks like most of the tension here from the war and everything is like getting less tension here. There is some attempts to reach peace, but who knows? Maybe next week is another thing and they are back again to fight.
Yeah, let's end it with that. you have no clue what would happen. Yeah, basically.
Then we have in Europe legislation about crypto MiCA. There is some stuff going on. There is a period that is getting closer at the end of this month. There is some stuff that gets implemented. So all the MiCA licenses need to be ready before the end of this month, because some of the business running here in Europe, they were running with the previous licenses, but after this month, they will require approval under the MiCA legislation. So there is a lot of stuff going on. MiCA legislation also speaks about the stable coins, and this is forcing most of the centralized exchanges to delist and remove USDT Tether, the biggest stablecoin out there right now, from all the centralized exchange or crypto products in general. So this is like, I don't know, it's a bit like a mess of legislation, in my opinion.
Who knows? I don't know. It could be also opportunity. I mean, they lost their moat in Europe, basically. I mean, 175 billion. It's crazy big amount, but I think it will not happen, to be honest. I think something they get done and everything is fine in the end. But if this happens, huge opportunity for every stablecoin issuer to get something done with the European Union and issue a stablecoin and talk with the SEXs in Europe, basically.
Yeah, well, here it looks like USDC is the biggest winner here regarding that USDT is going to be removed. But
why? I mean, USDC is also not 100% baked. Not with cash, basically. It's maybe over collateralized with something, but it's not one-to-one.
Yes, I mean, I don't know exactly the full legislation of MiCA regarding stablecoins, but there is, they describe like a 30% or something like that of the need to be in bank deposits in Europe. So this is something like Paolo was totally against, like having 30% of your reserves in a bank in Europe for no reasons. If you can, I don't know, back it with like treasury bills is much better, in my opinion.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, I don't know, the design, and then because the size of Tether, if they go into the European market, once a stablecoin reach some big levels, they start to get more audits, more controls. They need to have everything like very detailed reporting. I don't know, many of the stuff. When you are a bigger stablecoin under the MiCA regulations, you need to have a lot of paperwork, a lot of stuff going on. So
makes sense.
It's not cheap. Then let's move more into the DeFi side, Captain. It was some reports going on about TradFi firms. This one is about Uni token from Uniswap, and Standard Chartered brings like a prediction of price of Uni going to $100 by end of 2030. And yeah, it was a lot of controversy. Many people telling that what the fuck they are smoking because this is not very realistic. Then some Uni members arguing, telling that, oh, we passed unification and we share revenue, so the token have potential to grow. some other people telling that, I don't know. Do you want to mention about this report about the Standard Chartered?
Yeah. I didn't read the full report, but first of all, I think the prediction is not totally impossible, to be honest. It could happen, maybe not in this time frame. I mean, it's 3.5 years, so it could potentially happen that we see a huge growth phase, and Uniswap basically is one of the big winners. So it's basically their mode is that everything is by default deploying in Uni. The trust level is really high, and they switched on the fee, and in times with agents and potential volumes surges in the 10,000s of percentages from the current level, it's not that far-fetched to think Uni will be a buyback burn behemoth in the next coming year. So from that perspective, it makes sense. But they included revenue numbers, if I'm not wrong. Many people told me that. As I mentioned, I didn't read the full report, but these entities did this mistake many times in the last 4 years or so. I think they included the LP revenue, basically the fees the LP earns with his own strategy, not the Uniswap strategy, not a vote by Uniswap and a fee directed to Uniswap. They are talking about the whole LP fee revenue to LP provider, and if they include this in the valuation process of the Uniswap protocol and the token, it just makes no sense in my opinion. Maybe there is a see this, it makes sense. I struggle to see it, because for me, value accrual only happens if basically some skin in the game. Could be revenue distribution to hodlers who hold the token. Could be a buyback burn. Could be, something like that. That's for me very cruel. Or 100% protocol revenue goes to the protocol itself, and the token gets nothing because there's equity involved. In this case, the equity will rise. So, but yeah, Standard Chartered, I don't know, really weird to include revenue to LP. You can do that with Aerodrome. You can do that with other V33 protocols. Maybe you can do that with Curve in a percentage manner, not fully. But yeah, in this case, it makes not that much sense. So other than that, the unification and Uniswap as a whole, I changed my my mindset about Uni and the token a lot during this unification process. I do think it's an investable token in the near future or now. So yeah, I don't disagree that much with the post from Standard Chartered, but absolutely when it comes to revenue and how the value or the price valuation is created.
Great. I think you nail it there with the. If this is true about the report, taking the LP fees there.
Yeah, just try to find out. I just try to find out.
Yeah, very right to point that, because I didn't know. Here we have another very similar thing with Aave. Now is launching a consumer app that let the user deposit money from the bank account into the Aave protocol. That's starting to look like this TradFi money that can be straight away be put in the DeFi protocol. So I'm very happy this is happening, and I hope to see more news like this. This is what I was expecting, like this big narrative we talk about, the TradFi world getting into the DeFi side. So this is only a particular integration of Chase Bank with Aave, but I think we are starting to see more and more news like this. of traditional banks getting integration with DeFi protocols, and you can just put your money from your bank to a DeFi protocol just very fast and very quick.
Yeah, that's fucking bullish news for Marvel and Chase Bank.
And then very similar situation to the report of TradFi firm, in this case Grayscale Research, but they are very involved in crypto. That gets some valuation about Aave token, first price target $175, not too bad in 1 year. So yeah, more TradFi firms trying to evaluate DeFi tokens. That's something like, okay, they are watching our tokens in some form, and they are trying to predict the value of it in the future. So in general, I think these are good news that this is happening. These big firms evaluating this kind of assets. Then we have Coinbase. As too much going on in Coinbase, I can catch up. They are very focused right now on tokenized stock trading. So yeah, remember there is some levels in tokenization of stocks and this, so be careful with that. But Base ecosystem is having big innovations. I think they are getting things done. There is many comments about the Base token. We see here in the Base profile on X that they changed their bio, and they are talking about the Base is exploring the network token. We see also they did some event recently, and they were talking about, I don't know, agents, tokenized stocks.
Jesse has a special style. I don't dislike it, but I have the feeling I don't know, the pants are a bit, I don't know, it looks good, but also a bit, I don't know, special.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe do you want to comment on what's going on Base, because you are, I don't know, quite involved in Base.
I want to talk about Jesse and why he's a hype beast. No. Yeah, Base. Yeah, I can change. I'm clearly not deep with the team in some conversations. I'm just a builder on Base. But yeah, some things are pretty clear to me. There is a token planned. The rumor is pretty clear. I think it's already soft confirmed. So with their updating the bio and stuff like that. So I think they aim to decentralize the chain a bit more. What my problem basically in my game theory process I currently do is, okay, Coinbase has equity as a stock, and Base then as a token has some, in my opinion, some dilution. Investor dilution happening. I'm not sure how they solve it. Maybe they have a design completely different than I think currently. But anyway, they launched their Base ERC20 standard, BRC 20, something like that, which is pretty interesting. I think there is a huge article, and you can read about it. Yeah, B20 Base New Native Token Standard, which is really interesting. So yeah, I think Base is evolving to look. Imagine Base has its own token. Base has validators. Base has in 5 years 3,000 validators, because they have a big community. It's a people's chain basically, besides Solana. Then there is a huge competition going on against Ethereum, in my opinion. And this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, so this like, we build first the L2.
The cyberpunks will kill me now. What the fuck? You compared a single sequencer to Ethereum. Yes, no, not really. But in the end, the user doesn't care, bro. In the end, the user doesn't care. If you have all the tools, onboarding, Visa, MasterCard, Stripe, and so on, everything on base, the whole X407, 402 payment, then yeah, I will choose Base over Ethereum. Maybe not for the money I want to hide from someone, but to do my daily stuff and business and doing money and making money. So.
And for me, it looks very similar to the strategy that Binance follow as well. Like they build their own blockchain, they build their own ecosystem with the FX first, of course. And I think they have a big advantage comparing with other blockchains. Here is like the normies, the new users usually come through a centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase, and then it's more likely that they move from their centralized exchange to their own blockchain because, I don't know, the marketing stuff, and they feel like more comfortable already in the same ecosystem. They already have a Coinbase app, for example, and it's very easy to send from the centralized exchange to the base blockchain because it's in the same app or whatever. The experience is much easier. And yeah, they have a big advantage here onboarding new users, I think. So yeah.
Well, the branding is on point. It's not a base chill here, but the branding is on point. They're chasing every narrative. It's not. They have the money to do that. Don't get me wrong. If FRAX or Curve or Aave would do that in a weird manner, I would say, okay, that's pretty dumb. But for the chain as an infrastructure execution layer, you pretty much need to jump on every narrative currently going on in the overall CT community. Because if there is agent stuff going on Solana, you probably add it to your base marketing as well over the next week or something to just to fight for market share. And we saw in the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, probably 2 months, FX narrative pushed by Base, Coinbase, agentic network pushed by Base and Coinbase, payments, and now basically it's their new token and all these upgrades. But yeah, for me it's clear to see it's not only Coinbase Base like Binance BNB. It's bigger. We never saw these integrations on the BNB stuff, never on this scale, and also not with all these big TradFi partners. It's pretty. I think it's a good way for FRAX as well to getting big frxUSD TVL on base. I think that's would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think they have the big advantage of building like very big integration with Circle as well, the USDC stablecoin, and they can position better than BNB chain on the payment space, I think. So yeah, I mean, they have of course some difference, but very interesting. Their strategy look similar, and yeah, thank you very much, Captain, for giving these insights from base ecosystem. Let's jump into the next news. Here we have the Korean won stablecoin from IQ getting a new integration. In this case, is a very well-known infra builder, Chainlink, very famous for the oracles. But in this case, there is another product here involved, the reserve transparency. Like basically, they can check in live that the reserves that are backing this stablecoin is accurate, so it's 100% all the time. They can prove they are fully collateralized. So yeah, it's a nice product to have in your stablecoins.
Nice. Our friends at IQ are doing a good job, man.
Yes, totally agree there. They are getting a lot of hype in Asia.
Yes.
Then this new that the FRAX account posted is about, okay, there is a lot of discussion about CBDCs in United States, and the Congress is moving the ban several years ahead, so they cannot make it. But the good thing about this, I think, is this second comment. What is the FRAX take into CBDC world and what's going on? frxUSD, you probably know the stablecoin of FRAX, is Genius compliant. Well, still there is no licenses, but it's built to comply with that. And there is some characteristic about a private stablecoin, like issue by a private company, FRAX Inc., and it will have some properties that can be very good properties for this future or to fight CBDCs, like this open competition system of issuing stablecoins under US legislation. It will promote a lot of innovation, and everything will benefit from better money at the end. So we made a post in the FraxForce account inspired by this comment here that I think is very good that we can read it. Every day users need better money for better outcomes. Blah, blah, blah. frxUSD is transparently back. It's just paying the yield back to the users through DeFi. Is built like a money Lego, so this infrastructure where you can build on top. And then this last sentence also is very, very good. The era of government control money is ending. frxUSD is built for the Genius Act era as a scalable payment stablecoin for the real world. So yeah,
let's I mean, yeah, it's a good statement. I mean, it's from our account, and I bake this statement. But I want to add, let's not get distracted here. In the end, it's dollar. Dollar is controlled by someone and some entity, some Federal Reserve or whatever. So, but what I want to add is, I never understood. Maybe, I don't know, I come from the future or something, or some deeper part of my soul was already there or something. But I never understood why we were so okay with the fact you can't move money on Saturday. It's so fucking wild if you think about it. And this is going on for decades, and it's still, it's so crazy. And the other fact is this, okay, I want to move money to trade, for example. I have money in my bank account, my wallet, my Boomer wallet, and I can't move it without 5 proof of whatever, KYCs, time. I think for sending money from your bank account to some overseas trading platform could take days. And it's so fucking crazy if you think about it. And yeah, it's just a logical step, the next logical step. There is no way this train will get stopped from anything. When people finally realize, what the fuck did we do the whole time? Fuck, I would want to send some money on Saturday or Sunday. And it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I totally agree with that. Also, when you want to send money overseas, like it's taking...
Yeah, not possible. Not possible. Forget it. Bring it in cash. It's faster and secure.
Yeah.
Over 5 borders. No problem. Better than sending.
This is why we are here. We fight for better money. And yeah, I think that's enough for this section. Let's jump into your favorite section, Captain. That is the FUD section. And guess what? What is the new? We are starting this FUD section. Is about what's going on with MicroStrategy or strategy now. We have here Michael Saylor in the chart as well.
Yeah, he's painting the M, the McDonald's M or something. Yeah.
And yeah, basically it's a mess. STRC, the stock is supposed like.
Sorry, but he's playbooking the crypto degen. He's entering as a fucking chat, and then goes over leveraged as hell, and now he's in the same limbo sense like 3AC, you know, 3 Arrow Capital, Suzu, and you know, they were legends all the time still. And he goes full cycle, man, full cycle, crazy.
Yes,
he's one of us. He's definitely one of us.
I mean, I respect all the, I don't know, all the big effort he did for people to understand Bitcoin. This is very, I think I appreciate that a lot. Like it onboard a lot of people to really understand what Bitcoin is and how it changed the property. But this is a mess. Like, and it's not only like people buying the stock or MicroStrategy losing money or whatever. They also integrate it into DeFi.
Yeah. He thought, yeah, well, I will drag you all in with me. Fuck it. Yeah, man. It's I got calls from older people, Bitcoin lovers, and only Bitcoin people who only want to understand Bitcoin and not Ethereum or programmable money shit. And they reached out and said to me, well, what's this shit? And why is Bitcoin treated like some farming degen APR or whatever? And I was like, yeah, well, do you understand this whole thing? Like MicroStrategy has equities, a stock, and the STRC token, and what is the deal here? And no, not really. I just see it as a really net negative for Bitcoin. And I said, yes, absolutely. And I explained to him what I understand from this. It's basically if it's under $100, you get paid dividends from strategy. And if it's at 100 or above, I'm not sure if above is also counting, you get nothing. And now he pays 2-time dividend more. He had a runway of 70 years. Now he has a runway of 32 years because he pays double the amount of dividends. And yeah, and the market says, fuck it, it's still not enough. And this is why they all have this fear. It spirals down like a broken V33 model. You know, with emissions, you can't stop printing, but farmers don't stop farming. And it's basically the same negative flywheel which happens here. And it gets only darker if you raise more money. So he sells stock, buys BTC, and rise. You know, I'm not. It's fun.
Very dangerous if we start to see they need to start to sell Bitcoin to pay the dividend.
He needs to. There is. Yeah, he has some cash. I mean, he said he has cash. I'm still not sure if that is true. This billion in cash or whatever, 100 millions in cash. But I think I'm not sure how much he needs to pay dividends.
A lot of debt as well.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's. I need to law because I can't be serious anymore. It's someone like him is treating the investor base like that. It's crazy to see. On one side of me sees it as, well, legend. Shed. The other side thinks, well, what the fuck? Never. I would never do that from a business with responsibility for the space, basically. And I have responsibility for a really small community and also a small investor base from a project. And I think I can't do experiments like that with this small user base. And he thinks, oh yeah, fuck it. So it's crazy.
And that experiments also touching traditional stock market.
Yes.
So it's too much stuff in there. These products were quite innovative, with maybe not battle tested at all. And he mentioned in one of the videos I saw, like he was like talking to GPT back and forward to design all this all this stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Should I start with this as well? Please no. Just proof he's doing the same shit like we're doing every day. Yeah, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, he's a degen like us. That's the main message you need to catch.
What one thing to mention, maybe that sorry, could be now the show is pretty much longer than we planned, but anyway, I saw an Epstein file from him, like an email from Jeffrey Epstein and Michael Saylor, and he literally said to him, "Fuck you, I will not come." I will not arrive or something because he doesn't like partying and women and stuff like that. And I thought, man, this man is a fucking legend autistic person. He just said to him, you can't bait me with this shit. I need numbers. I want business. I want my building stuff. He's a legend, to be honest. I saw this and okay, I need that. That's okay. You have that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I watched some of these big podcasts he has, and after I don't know 2 hours interview talking about Bitcoin, he deeply understands Bitcoin. I think he explained it very well. I remember he made like a metaphor about Manhattan. If you buy Bitcoin, it's like buying real estate in the floor of Manhattan at the early age.
He's a narrative god, to be honest. He's really a good seller, and he can create cool narratives around Bitcoin. Even the electricity narratives he spent around, like they sounded like some mystic whatever, some if BTC is a time machine. He said, for example, you freeze your value and you can access your value in the future because it's inflation proofed, for example. And he spent a lot of this stuff around BTC. So cool to see. But let's move on. We can talk about him probably longer.
Yeah, the next ones are not that interesting, so we spend the time wisely with the MicroStrategy stuff going on. Here we have the Siren meme coin token from I don't know, BNB chain. It went just like dump hard, like 90 something percent, or I don't know what's going on there. It looks like a big whale received 64 million by selling all this token. So always be careful of this kind of tokens pumping, because you watch it on some app that is going up and you join because usually this ends up like this, big whale dumping everything and the price of the token going to shit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And then the last new for FUD section is about Tether Gold.
Tether is bearish gold.
Yes, they are shutting down apparently the gold-backed stablecoin that they had. That's pretty much surprising to me because it was capitalized a lot, like 2.5 billion in market cap. So yeah, they are shutting down this. It looks like it's not a good business. Need to be, because if not, I don't understand it.
No, I mean, if he thinks 2.4 billion in treasury stuff makes him more money, then he's right. And he invested a lot of money in this robotic wallet services and robotics. And he bakes a vision of, the robots of the future will use Tether, USDC and USDT. And he's pretty much partnering with a lot of these robotic firms to integrate a smart USDT wallet. So maybe it has something to do with that.
They invest a lot in different stuff, like mining as well, in AI boxes. I don't know, many different products. They have also LLMs that are private and to run on local. So they have a diversified products. Even we know Tether about the stable coin. They are diversifying, investing in some small companies through all the different innovative fields that are going on. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can reallocate this money into something that they feel is better invested.
Yeah, like he can reallocate to FRAX. No problem.
And yeah, this is the end of the food section, and let's jump into the Charmander one.
Come on, Charmander. Welcome to the group. Char! Char!
Yes, let's get into the.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Quick market update today. The theme this week is consolidation continues and waiting for commitment. Starting with Ethereum. Over the past several weeks, we've been tracking the sell-off towards the major $1,600 support area. The market has now reached that zone and spent most of the week consolidating between roughly $1,600 and $1,700. From a higher time frame perspective, Ethereum remains below all major moving averages. So structurally, the market is still under pressure. At the same time, downside momentum has slowed significantly compared to what we saw during the sell-off. The market isn't trending lower right now. It's trying to find balance. The key question is whether buyers are willing to defend this area and begin rebuilding structure. On the FRAX side, the story is very similar. Over the past week, price has continued trading around the 28 cents pivot rate. Rather than breaking out or breaking down, FRAX has spent most of its time moving inside a relatively tight range between roughly 26 cents and 30 cents. What's interesting is that neither side has been able to take control. Sellers has not been able to push the market meaningfully lower. At the same time, buyers has not yet generated enough momentum to reclaim resistance. So for now, the market remains in imbalance. It's a waiting environment. The next meaningful signal will likely come from a breakout of the current range. For now, we are simply watching where capital choose to commit. We'll keep updating as the structure evolves. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Charmander, for this technical analysis. Like every week, I think it was pretty nice to have these comments from a person that is watching the charts very often and he's trading them. And yeah, I mean, you can have some insights if you are a trader or if you are watching, interested so much in the short time price action with Ether, Ethereum, and then FRAX as well. So hope you enjoy. Then let's jump into our next section that is about yield farming. So let's go into the DeFi Yield Radar. Like every week, we have a Bueno Pues post about stablecoin farming. So let's have a look in what opportunities we have this week. This is from StakeDAO website, and here all the pools are paired with frxUSD with other stablecoin products. Let's say some of them are yield-bearing stablecoin. Some of them they are private credit. Some of them. So you need to analyze basically the other stablecoin if you want to jump into these farms. You see the APRs here are very attractive right now. It's something not very normal. APRs over over 40% in this case, for example, or getting to 20% in case of the Trinity one. But yeah, very cool. These are very nice APRs. Also, this single site, let's say you just deposit frxUSD into a stake DAO, created a strategy in Morpho, and getting over 10%, it's quite good return.
True.
We can watch also on the stake DAO website a little quick, and this is filtered by stablecoins and frxUSD. And we can see some of the pools that one of us was highlighting. We can watch also TVLs that are important. Here is filtered by the biggest TVLs on the top, not by APRs. This is 2DGen. And one highlight is also this new pool that we can watch here, USD3. Is paying over 20%.
It's a Jane Street, right?
Correct. This is the new Pegkeeper pool that was launched very recently. So far, only 1.3 million of TVL in this pool, so the APR still quite high. Be aware that this APR, you are getting the rewards mostly in CRB tokens. Okay, this is like the boosting system in the Cure protocol. And that's enough for the yield farming section. Let's jump into the next one, and we can highlight the FRAX ecosystem updates. We have, this is the more recent post from FRAX Finance account, sorry. Polygon is a natural home for frxUSD. We have several pools in Cure Finance about FX trading, so it's paired with other stablecoins that are non-US dollars. And Polygon is getting pretty much position in the payment sector. Right now, they are highlighting here the speed of the blockchain that they are having right now is 5,000 payments per second. I am not sure if this is fast enough, but yeah, impressive.
Yeah, we need fast payments, fast chains for our payments. And
yeah, one
AI
of the
agents.
One of the properties that we should have in a payment blockchain should be very high throughput, so it's fast settlement happening very fast. So
yeah,
yes, they are getting ready for this payment stablecoin mania that is coming. Then we have the Pegkeeper pool we just mentioned when we were watching the StakeDAO interface. 3Jane. I didn't have time to investigate about this project. I don't know if you have any insights, Captain.
I wanted to do that. They have a token.
Jane. You can.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's interesting. It's currently a mission token.
Okay, so they do liquidity mining. Yes, like
yeah.
visual...
Currently it's liquidity mining. Yeah, but yeah, I want to know what's the plan with the token basically. But yeah, I will find out. Maybe next week we talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah. If you just YOLO into the stablecoin and deposit, you can earn 20% APR.
Yes.
But it's better if you take the time to investigate everything about the 3Jane project, how the stablecoin is back and everything. It looks like it's credit So I don't know.
3Chain is a credit-based money market on Ethereum, enabling unsecured lines of credit underwritten against verifiable proofs of crypto and bank assets, future cash flows, and credit scores. This unlocks a three-dimensional collateral space within crypto financial markets by introducing future-baked loans alongside existing asset-baked loans.
Okay, sounds good to me. Let me aim into this.
Yeah, bullish. Let's ape.
Here we can see also different opportunities. We can see they already integrated with other DeFi protocols like Pendle. They have the PTs. Yeah, getting like some integrations like Morpho as well. Pretty nice APRs, especially the one, the pull and curve we can watch. So
yeah, let's keep an eye on them. It's interesting. They have also two depositors from fintechs like LendSwift and Slope. Warehouse loans. It's interesting to let's keep an eye on them.
For sure. It's gonna be, let's see how evolves these APRs as well. Then we have the OG DeFi Alchemix, with, you remember from the old times, they have like a self-repaying loans. This was the first concept of Alchemix project. And right now, even we all the time talk about the frxUSD stablecoin. In this case, we want to highlight also other products that FRAX have built in the past, like this yield-bearing Ether that is stake FRAX ETH and is getting one of the best APRs, like liquid staking ETH. And this integration with Alchemix, what allows is you to put this as collateral. So this is a collateral that is generating yield. And with this yield, it will be repaying the debt you are taking on the Alchemix protocol. So yeah, kudos, Alchemix integrating some assets from FRAX and big partners already. They have PegKeeper pool as well. So the PegKeeper pool, what is the message? It can be also the first entry of partnership, and then further it can be other integrations with the PegKeepers projects as well.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you know about these FRAX facts. This is
I know.
OG website. Well, the old interface of FRAX, it had these FRAX facts where you can check many data. In this case, I want to highlight what was the behavior of SFRAX ETH. Here, you can compare with other liquid staking Ethereum products like the Lido One, Rocket Pool, Coinbase. And through the time, because it's getting better yield than the rest, started, you can compare back in the 2023, it was paying 7% APY. And the others competitors was paying 5, 4.8, stuff like that. Right now, the APY is not that high, like we see. Right now, is paying currently 2.46%. But if you hold it through all these years, you can see that the amount of ETH you will get with the FRAX product is much higher with the rest, comparing with the rest of competitor. So yeah, I mean, even that we are not doing
it's a really nice product. I hope we will focus on it in the future again.
Yeah, and I think in like this use case as collateral, like in the Alchemix case, is very useful, these yield-bearing products, to put it as collateral. And then because it's generating yield, you should pay very cheap amount to borrow money from it. But always, yeah, we keep building in the DeFi space, and you never know which product will be getting the most product market fit. Then let's finish, I think, with one of the biggest partnership frxUSD is integrated, is ABV4. ABV4 is growing, and it surpassed already 150 million. So yeah, deposits are going in, more borrows are coming, and the top deposit asset is frxUSD. So we are winning. Top borrow stablecoin is frxUSD. We are winning, and we have cheap borrow interest rates, very cheap if you compare with other interest rates that you can find in the markets. That's pretty much very competitive borrowing rate. Be aware this is dynamic. It changes with demand, with utilization, but right now it's interesting. I don't know if you have any comments about Aave you can highlight.
Everything is bullish for frxUSD and for Aave and Curve, for example. These three, this a native stable DeFi native stablecoin issuer, one of the most promising and product efficient protocols like Curve and stablecoins, their stablecoin strategy, and Aave as a bridge between fintech and crypto, basically. It's just sad that we don't see numbers going up and some confirmation that these teams are doing a really, really great job in the last 1.5 years, probably 2 years. I mean, all the time, but especially in the last 1.5 years or 2 years, because you had to pivot hard to be around now. If FRAX could be an algorithmic stablecoin now and dead in the water. And Aave could have one fucking hack and everything is done, you know? And yeah, so I'm proud of our teams, but yeah, I hope the market gives some confirmation soon. It doesn't need to be we get everyone rich in no time, but some appreciation would be nice. Just saying.
Yes, of course. We are watching these projects, DeFi projects, getting hit in the price terms, the tokens. So yeah, we believe these are real business at the end, and this is a financial product, fintech products that will have real use case, a lot of fees, a lot of revenue, but so far our thesis is not getting validated. But we have enough patience to be here, and we will follow through our Onchain Ca H.
How many listeners are still here? 115? Okay, maybe. Yeah, there is no other market with this promising future. There is no entrance currently with small bags beside crypto. You can enter 1 billion, 10 billion, trillions market cap with your 10K. No problem about that. Maybe it's worth 11K in 6 years. Doesn't even outperform the inflation. Or you ignore the prices and the hype, which is not here. So you don't need to focus on that. You ignore the FUD and learn crypto payments agents and the whole theory around that. So does an agent can interact with a bank account? No, it's a wallet. It's a blockchain. This alone should give you the motivation to stick around.
Future is bright.
Future is bright.
And we will see it. It's never the end. So I think that's bullish enough to finish this section, and let's jump into the most special for the ones that last here is the alpha call section. So let's get into it. So give me some time so I can share the screen. Yes, so let's get into the section. there are some rumors that the game that everybody is expecting, GTA 6, I don't know. I don't play too many games right now, but this is like a lot of hype going on. Like it's finally going out after so many time that they push back the date. And there's some rumors that, okay, it will be crypto integrated into it, or what's going on. And I don't know, I want to highlight here that frxUSD is built with several use cases in mind, and one of them is gaming and metaverse. So if this end up being the future, like video games, like people enjoy playing and spending time through these video games or whatever, frxUSD is built with this in mind, so it can be deployed and developed with this kind of video games. So yeah, this is one of the use cases highlighted in the documents of frxUSD, and this was a little bit the alpha section of today, with the other section of alpha that I want to bring is here in the roll-up episode. But I think the sound is not working right now, so maybe we can comment about it. In this episode with the roll-up, they were mentioning that FRAX is working on a FRAX Lend, a new product. We don't know exactly what is going on, but some, in this case, revealed that they are cooking something with a FRAX Lend product. And yeah, that's pretty bullish. We didn't know about it. And still, this is alpha, a bit premature. We don't know details about what's going to change in FRAX Lend, but it seems like they are working in a new version. I don't know if we can speculate. We can think about real-world assets, integrations, I don't know, stuff like that can be very bullish.
I think he said Q3 or something. There is some clarification. So let's see.
Yeah, we will wait. Of course, we will be following how this evolves and how it's released and how bullish it is. But yeah, this is the alpha of today. And I think we are done for today. I can start saying that this is the end of this Onchain Ca H episode. Thank you, everybody from that listen here, that stay here, support FRAX community. And I think also I want to mention that if you are here and you want to interact with us, we have a Discord, and you can go into the FraxForce account that we are running and click into the link and join our Discord. And we can, this is basically our headquarters where we work, we talk about different stuff. And if you want to join FraxForce as well, please contact us through the Discord as well. And yeah, we can speak about it. Yeah, Frax to the moon. And yeah, that's everything from today. I just want to say thank you, everybody, and bye-bye. I'll let you captain the mic.
Yeah, thanks. Nothing to add, to be honest. Join our community, learn and educate yourself about stablecoins. And we're talking much about AI, content, frontier models, which one is the best to use for which task, graphics, videos, or researching, orchestrating agents is also a topic for our community specifically. So we try to be on the forefront of all of this to be prepared for the next run. So if you bet on a community in the coming run, which will come inevitably, bet on FraxForce.
Bet on FraxForce. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Bet on FraxForce.
Bet on FraxForce.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.